Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video here, I'm going through Cage Rumble and getting the highest rank SSS, because in this game mode here, you want to at least hit the SSS to ensure that you're able to get the final perfect Lattice shard here and also the other free summon as well. So probably a lot of you guys already able to get the highest score SSS, so probably it won't be helpful for you, but for those players who still can't get SSS, I hope this video are actually able to help you out. So the current, when I'm recording this video here, I'm on my cousin's account, so he's a free to play and he usually don't refresh stamina. He only refresh the stamina whenever it's come to double drop rate, then he'll only refresh stamina. So in terms of gear quality wise, I think most of you guys are actually gonna have a very good reference or able to relatable gear reference, because his gear isn't like something too impressive, but it's mainly about the team build and what are the mechanic behind the boss. Alright, so in order to hit the SSS here, we're gonna know about the current mechanics. So the special mechanic here is still remaining the same as the previous Cage Rumble, which is the first boss here, you want a lot of debuff. The more debuff, then the more damage it's gonna take, and then up to 100%. And then for the Sharon here, the second boss here, you want more buff, because for every one buff on your unit, the more damage you're able to do to her, and basically up to 100%, which is 5 buff. So 5 debuff on the first one, 5 buff on the second one. And for the Shadow Flame Hoyen here, he will get a 12 stack of the Garden Field and losing 1 stack for every 1 hit. So you want a lot of hit that can actually deal damage and to Hoyen, and once the 12 stack of the Guardian Field is gone, then she will become exposed and increase the damage taken by 100%. So for the third boss here, Shadow Flame Hoyen, you want some multi-hit and then able to turn meter control the boss to not let the boss refresh the Guardian Field stack as fast that often. Alright, so now let's take a look in the team build. So this is the 3 team he's currently using. So they are definitely going to be replacement. So even some LD unit, for example, Lilium here, they have their own replacement. So depends on what DPS or what kind of unit you have built. Alright, so let me go through with the first build first. So we have Freya, we have Dina, Viper, Rosa, and Fungus. So the Rosa here is currently using is not max skill yet, but it's almost max, which is 255. You want the passive here and then also the skill. So the team idea for the first team here, he's going to use Rosa as the main DPS, and you want to trigger a lot of crit. So we have Freya here to apply the Nightmare debuff to the boss. So there's 1 debuff here. Freya is a non-skill up Freya at all. And then this is the build, which is Swift Rush and also Time Wealth as well. Okay, we can take a look at the gear here. Isn't like too massive impressive. Let me put myself aside. Alright, you can see that like effect accuracy here with green speed, and then some defense here with blue speed. It's not even effect accuracy, and another effect accuracy with blue speed. So basically you want to build Freya as fast as possible while maintaining high effect accuracy. He's going with Artisan to apply shield. And then we have Dina here to apply the debuff, which is the defend, break, all this thing, and vulnerable. He's going for Dark Moon to extend the debuff duration. And then you want effect accuracy, and effect accuracy. Build as fast as possible while maintaining high effect accuracy. Then for Viper here is to apply more debuff again to the boss. As I mentioned, you want the boss to have a lot of debuff to actually do damage, right? So we have Viper here, and then Viper is going for Time Wealth set and also Swift Rush to refresh the S3 faster, and not to mention Viper here can increase tankiness for your team as well. He's going for Artisan. Alright, then we have Rosa here as the main DPS dealer. So he's going for Battle Wheel and Onslaught combination with Fury Edge. So if you don't have Rosa or you have not trained Rosa, you can use other blue unit, for example Ziada here will also work as well. Just that Rosa is a better job in this boss. And then we have Fungus here doing as a sub DPS. He's going for decent amount of crit rate and high crit damage, and he's going with Golden Lion, going for momentum and Battle Wheel, because he don't have a better Golden Lion, so he can't able to make a better momentum, Battle Wheel and Fury Edge build. Alright, so the Fungus here is just something you want to do some DPS and also land some DOT, because the DOT here can increase the debuff amount to the boss. So one thing is you want to avoid is actually putting Valerian at the team 1. So previously my cousin actually used Valerian to put at the team 1. But the problem is Valerian here, when she's out of the bubble, she will actually apply invincibility, and the boss here might actually have a chance to steal the invincibility. Because if we look at the boss here, right, the skill 2, focus lightning energy into a spear thrust, dealing damage to all enemy with a 100% chance to steal 1 buff. So that's one moment the boss actually steal away the invincibility from Valerian. Then Valerian invincibility move towards to the boss, and the boss gets 0 damage. So you kind of want to avoid that, putting Valerian or other unit that can apply invincibility. For example, Messiah, for example, they can apply invincibility into your team. Then the boss might actually able to steal the invincibility to apply to him, and he don't get any damage. So this is something you want to avoid. So in this team here, you'll notice that he did not bring any healer, but we have Freya here to apply the Nightmare debuff. They can actually provide you a little bit of heal, and then mostly he's using Artisan here to provide survival for the team. Okay, then for Sharon here, he's going for Lilium as the main DPS output. If you don't have Lilium, you can use D-Ting here. You can move the D-Ting from team 3 into here instead of putting Lilium here. So he's using Lilium currently with a very skill up and then high DPS output. Alright, it's going for Foray, Keen Eye, and Swift Ray. If you can, you want to go for Foray H, is even better. But this is the build. Okay, if you have Count, is also even better as well instead of White Fang. Okay, but this is a DPS Lilium, and we have Linglo here to apply the heal for your team. And why we want Linglo in this team here, even though Sharon is a green unit while Linglo is actually a blue unit, because you want Linglo to apply a lot of Will Prayer buff to maintain as the buff. Because you, as I mentioned, the team 2, the boss 2 here, you want a lot of buff for your team. So Linglo here can easily apply a lot of buff for your team. Then Doki Doki here is for the turn meter pushing without any skill up at all, and then it's going for Jackal Guard, Swift Rush, and Time Wave. So you want Doki Doki to remove the DOT from the boss and also turn meter pushing and rotate your turn faster. Then Chachi the Guard here is to extend your buff to make your buff longer, so you can actually do more DPS, and then also apply immunity from the DOT and also make your team tankier. Alright, it's going for Swift Rush and Time Wave. Then for Rahu here, it's not a skill up Rahu, so you can just use Rahu. If you don't have Rahu, you can put in any other DPS. For example, he have Messiah here, but he don't really want to make his team so many LD unit, so he did not use his Messiah, so he's currently using Rahu. But if you have other DPS unit, you can also replace Rahu or probably replace Lilium as well. Then Rahu here is just for doing some DPS because Chachi can apply defend up. Then Rahu here can do some assist DPS from the passive to consume the rough stack. Okay, then this for the team 2. Then for the team 3 here, Shadow Flame Hoyen, the most key point is to control the boss. You want some turn meter down, you want some stun or sleep to control the mob, so the Shadow Flame Hoyen here will actually get 100% of the damage instead like a portion of the damage. So D-Ting here is going to be the main DPS from this team here. If you don't have, if your D-Ting actually move to Lilium for the team 2, then you can actually use Messiah here as well. Just whatever DPS you actually build. Right, so he's using D-Ting here as the main DPS, then this is the gear. It's going for Harvest, Keen Eye, and Swift Raid. If you want to go for Foray H, and then he's using Chachi here. So why Chachi? Because Chachi have an AoE stun and also AoE turn meter control. Like I mentioned, you want to control Shadow Flame Hoyen to not let the boss take the turn so often to actually refresh the shield. Okay, because after a certain amount of turn, then Shadow Flame will refresh the shield, and it will like make your DPS lower down. So you want AoE control. So we have Chachi here to have control and also turn meter down as well. It's going for Time Well Set and Swift Rush to rotate the turn a lot more faster, and it's going for effect accuracy. Then we have Vice here for another AoE turn meter control as well, to control the boss and also able to taunt the boss. Nothing too special, we are just using another turn meter control to keep turn meter down the boss. Then for Claws here is the defense breaker for this team. It's not skill up, but we have S1 here skill up for the additional hack in, but it's not really that needed. Okay. Then for Jackal Guard here, we have a combination with Swift Rush and Time Well, so you can rotate your turn faster and also debuff the boss. If you so high effect accuracy to debuff the boss, and not to mention that Claws here S2 can also turn meter control as well. Then for Mia here is the healer for this team, and also the supporter that can actually reduce your cooldown for the whole team as well. And the S2 here also have a turn meter down. Okay, so you want to keep controlling the boss, not let the boss take the turn so often. It's going for Gigabyte, and its combination with Swift Rush and Time Well. So with Mia here is able to keep cooling down for the whole team cooldown. So your Claws, Vice, and Chachi can able to do more turn meter control to the boss, and D-Ting here to damage the boss. Okay, so this is the whole team 1, team 2, team 3 team idea. So if you don't have certain unit here, you can find their replacement as long as you know the team idea. Just a special note that the team want here, don't bring any invincibility unit here, the boss might actually steal it. Right, now let's take a look at the battle here. I'll go through the boss one by one and let you see the interaction. Right, so the first boss here, you want your unit here to apply debuff. More than 5 debuff will do. Alright, so we have Freya here, like Viper here apply speed down, and Freya here can apply nightmare debuff, and then Viper here, if you land it down, will also land it attack down. So if they don't land all the debuff, is fine. We have Viper here to slowly apply the DOT debuff, it will still count. So as long as you manage to manage 5 debuff above, then it will be fine. Then it should be all good. Then for Sharon wise, Sharon here, as long as you maintain 5 debuff above, then your DPS unit here will be able to do the most out of the DPS. So we have a lot of buff from Linglor to apply the Whale Prayer. You can see there's a lot of different kind of buff, and most of them are actually the Whale Prayer to increase the amount of buff. You want minimum 5 to do the maximum damage output. And then invincibility, immunity from Chachi can actually block the boss DOT, and not to mention Doki Doki here can also cleanse away the DOT, so your team here can actually survive very easily. Alright, so keep maintaining a lot of buff we do. Then if we take a look at Shadow Flame Huoyan here, Shadow Flame Huoyan is the one that you can actually score the highest score. So now these 2 mob is stunned, so they are not able to do anything because they are stunned, and then you have your unit here to keep controlling the boss. Look at the boss turn meter bar. All our unit here can keep controlling the boss and not let the boss take the turn so often, and you can do massive amount of damage here. So if the boss take the action, then you refresh this Garden Field stat. Then you have your unit here to keep doing multi-hit and also control the boss. So as long as the boss don't take action, he will not able to refresh the Garden Shield. Right, so the shield is gone, then it will become exposed and get damage taken by 100%. Then you have other unit here to keep controlling the boss. So if we look at the turn meter bar here, we have a lot of unit that can actually keep pushing back. Chachi here, push back again. Mia push back again, close debuff. Chachi here, turn meter, push our team, do DPS. Vice here, keep controlling. Alright, so the team idea for the turn 3, just keep controlling the 2 mob and turn meter control the boss, then you'll be all good. Sharon here, just maintain the buff, it will be no problem. Then for Jekyll here, it really depends on your DPS, like how many debuff you land, because the boss actually takes action pretty fast if you don't land the speed down debuff from the boss, and if your speed is not fast enough, because his module isn't that strong to actually have fast enough speed to damage the boss. Alright, so nothing too much here. You can see we only passed 2 minutes, and then we are already able to get SS rank. So after the remaining of 3 minutes, we can get SS rank very easily. Alright, so let me skip this part. Oh, we even push a newer high score. So SSS 3700. So definitely you are able to get SSS if you understand how the team build goes, and if you know the team idea behind the bosses, then you are able to make a solid enough team to actually get SSS. So I hope this video actually able to help you guys out to at least get SSS, cause you want to at least to finish the mission tab to claim the perfect lattice fragment here. Alright, so there's 2 week time for you to actually slowly gather your resources and also your gear to build up a team to actually able to push the Cage Rumble here to at least to get the final reward. Then you're going to do this every day. Remember the save preset to the boss, so you can actually do this every day. It gives you a lot of EXP build and also Nexus, not Nexus Crystal, and also gems as well. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down what you guys think about it, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Trencan, thank you so much for your support. And for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Chani, Antonio Winterspoon, First Law, D&D, thank you so much for your support. And special thanks to the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ Riggs, thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest 10. Thank you so much for Code Wilderness, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Chani. Thank you so much for your support.